Oh my God, there's no better place to be standing than right here in the congregation of the mighty, in the home of the stubborn minority, in the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gianni Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hot Tim. Of course, you know this is a Heart of December production all day, every day, and we own that Our Thing podcast. And you know we're going to strive to blow up your old paradigm. Today, we are asking the question, we are talking about being. Well, are you rooted in joy? We're talking about being rooted in joy. All right, so before we get started, anime, if you could. Oh, is Simba this time? Who is it? Anime or Simba? Simba. Oh, Simba's feeling good. Elder Shed has made his transition successfully, and Simba is feeling good. Is that correct, Simba? All right, cool. He's working the board. So now, let's get over and going to celebrate those babies that's born on this day. We want to celebrate all the Nia babies. We want to lift up all the Nia babies. Go and give them a round of applause. All right? And, wow, I just thought about this. We are in the week of Nia, so, Nia get a double dose. Give it up for him. All right, so, Simba, can I get some music, please? Just a little bit. Don't have to be, nothing fancy. I have never seen a lion cutting up on the ones and twos like that. That's okay. All right. Take your breath with me. Come on, take a breath. Hopefully you got up and drunk your water. Dang, that's what I forgot. I got to drink my water. Rooted in joy. As we continue our journey through the week of Nia, focusing on the principle of purpose, let us explore a profound aspect of our lives that greatly contribute to our happiness: the strength and richness of our cultural identity. Our cultural heritage is not just a backdrop of our existence. It is the heartbeat of our community, our tribe, our village, shaping our values, guiding our actions, and providing a sense of belonging and purpose. In our community, our cultural identity is a tapestry woven with the resilience, creativity, and unity. It is a source of immense pride and a wellspring of joy. Studies in science of happiness have shown that a strong sense of cultural identity is linked to higher levels of personal satisfaction and well-being. When we embrace our culture, we embrace a part of ourselves, finding purpose in its preservation and expression. This connection enriches our lives, providing a foundation for enduring happiness. To bring the principle of Nia to life, at least today, or those of you that are Nia babies, you want to continue to practice, by all means do so. Here are some power steps. 1, explore and educate. 2, celebrate and participate. 3, pass it on. Let's go back to 1. 1, explore and educate. For those taking notes, get them notepads out. Explore and educate. Take the time to learn about the history, traditions, and achievements of the African American community, or our tribe, our community, our village. Where are you at? See, for example, how many of those of you who are in Columbus are really aware of, in a sense, the Black history that popped off in Columbus? Right? Better yet, how many of you are really aware of your family's impact on Black history. For example, how many of your grandparents were involved with any form of movement? How many of your great-grandparents? How did you end up in the city or the state that you live right now? Are your people part of the Great Migration? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know these things if you didn't ask. I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to, but it was an older person, and I asked them, I said, well, where are your people from? As a matter of fact, they had the same last name as me. I said, where your people from? They said from Columbus. I said, no, my fault. It wasn't even Columbus. I said, where your people from? Chicago. I said, no, they're not. So she had to think about it. She said, down south, place down south, I won't say. I said, see, boom. So we might be related. A lot of our people came north on the Great Migration. Why? The Joy family in particular moved north. We could talk about the overall story of racism and opportunity, but what was the major issue that caused your branch of your family to move to where you are right now? Explore and educate. So explore and educate. Take time to learn about the history, tradition, achievements of your community, your tribe, your family. This knowledge not only fosters pride, but also strengthens your sense of identity and purpose. 2, celebrate and participate. Engage in cultural celebrations and practices. Participation in cultural events is a joyful expression of our identity. It helps to keep our traditions alive and vibrant. Now, Kwanzaa is coming up. Matter of fact, Black Family Day is all right around the corner. I know some of y'all are like, what's Black Family Day? Well, next Ujuma, they're going to be having, some people call it Thanksgiving. I call it Black Family Day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to get together. Are you celebrating and participating? You know what I'm saying? And you can bring your flavor to that celebration. And you can share the story, or at least start the conversation about your family, because some of the elders are going to be in the room. And a lot of the elders are just waiting to be asked the question. They might be aggressive, they might be tense, they might, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of them are waiting to be asked the questions, being asked in the right way, being asked with the respect, and wanting to join in the conversations and be able to give you some information about your family that you never knew. Just dropping off script. I learned a whole lot about my family on both sides when I was walking around with my little black book and I was asking questions. You know what I'm saying? I thought in many cases I would be rushed out. But they would sit down and they would actually start telling me, because they saw me at least trying to take some notes. And I still have my little black book. You know what I'm saying? I got it stored with my materials and stuff like that. But the point is, your elders, most of them are waiting to drop that wisdom on you. Remember, when an elder passes, a library burns. Now, the question that I have for you is, when your elders in your life pass on, will the fire, or will the library that burnt, will all the information go with it? Or have you been in there studying? Have you been in there asking questions? Have you been in there taking notes? You will be surprised at the response of some of our elders. If you was to sit down with them with a pen and pad and write notes, or even sit with them with a little computer and be taking notes. First off, they're gonna be amazed. Second off, they're gonna open up once you start talking. Or you even walk and say, "Look, I'm recording this." I remember one time when I was in Florida, I went there for funeral, I got to sit with some of my grandfather's sisters and turned on my phone, turned on the recorder on my phone, told them I was recording, and they started dropping the stories. Celebrate and participate. Back to the script. Engage in cultural celebrations and practices. Participation in cultural events is a joyful expression of our identity and helps to keep our traditions alive and vibrant. So go to what some people might call Thanksgiving. You go on to Black Family Day. Go and get that information. Next, pass it on. Share the richness of our cultures with others, especially the younger generations. Teach them about our history, our struggles, our triumphs, and our resilience. This act of passing on our heritage ensures its continuity and helps instill a sense of purpose and belonging to the next generation. If I got to explain that to you, you would never fool us. Our cultural identity is a powerful catalyst for personal and communal growth. It is a legacy of strength, a source of inspiration, and a path to collective happiness. Let us proudly embrace our cultural heritage, letting it guide us in our pursuit of purpose and joy. Together, as we reaffirm our connection to our roots, we pave the way for a future where our cultural identity continues to be a source of happiness and pride. Now, let me say it again. I don't think Simba heard me. He back there jamming. Now. What? Think he heard me? You getting almost as good as anime. You there? What time is it, Simba?
It's the proverb.
The proverb.
It
ain't on time. The proverb. Proverb of the day. Proverb of the day. Man, let's get it. Oh, and he brought the music. Oh my God, Simba back. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Actually, he said a people without knowledge of their history is like a tree without roots. Somebody added on to that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know that's the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, right? On this day of Nia, when we embrace the essence of purpose in our lives, let us reflect upon a profound proverb by the Honorable Marcus Garvey. A people without the knowledge of their past history is like a tree without its roots. This powerful statement resonates deeply with our theme of the day, underscoring the critical importance of understanding and embracing our cultural heritage to establish a strong sense of identity and purpose. Identity and purpose. Listen, in the journey towards happiness and fulfillment, our cultural roots play an indispensable role. They ground us in the rich soil of our history. They ground us in the rich soil of our history, values, and traditions, providing the nourishment needed to grow and flourish. Just as a tree draws strength from its roots, we too draw strength from our cultural heritage. Damn. Excuse me. I'm trying to keep it clean. It informs our perspective, guides our actions, and shapes our aspirations. In our tribe, our community, our villages, our people, our history, our origin, and culture are sources of immense pride and resilience, or at least should be. They remind us of the struggles we have overcome and triumphs we have celebrated if our young people know that. But a lot of them don't know it because a lot of elders ain't telling it. See, this is where my generation comes in because those of you who are in Generation X family, we are in the middle of everything at this point in time, right? So we have the ability, matter of fact, let me just say this. We have the weight of an elder in the family, but yet we still maintain some of the spryness of youth. We have, I'm just saying, we have a responsibility to spark a lot of these conversations so that these young people can learn about who we are and and our family's direct connection to who we are. But many of us in Generation X might still be ashamed of it. It's cool. I understand. You know. Just as a tree draws strength from its roots, we too draw strength from our cultural heritage. It informs our perspective, guides our actions, and shapes our aspirations. In our community, our history, origin, and culture are sources of immense pride and resilience. They remind us of the struggles we have overcome and triumphs we have celebrated. Many of us don't even talk about what we have overcome, right? Just like, for example, my family's personal history. Hearing about the journey, the long journey. Right before expressways, my family coming up north from Kissimmee to Akron, Ohio. Actually didn't go to Akron first. Ended up in Copley and basically rebuilt their lives. And built it to a point to where their children were able to build lives. And now their grandchildren are doing shit in different cities. Right? I'm here. I got cousins and all throughout these United States. Right? And we're doing our damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But our children need to know about their struggle in Copley. Just like your family need to know about the struggle wherever y'all started off at. How through family networks we were able to come to different places, and through our relationships we were able to not only survive but eventually begin to thrive. Come on, man. We got so much gold, so much overcoming just in our personal stories that we miss out on. But anyway, to truly honor the wisdom of the proverb and enrich our lives with the power of our cultural heritage, let us consider these three actions: educate ourselves and others, celebrate our cultural traditions, and incorporate cultural wisdom into our daily lives. That's the three. Let's go back. Educate ourselves and others. Make a commitment to learn more about our history and our personal history and cultural heritage. Share this knowledge with others, especially the younger generation, to ensure our roots remain strong and vibrant. Have conversation with the babies. It's basically what we're saying. Celebrate our cultural traditions. Actively participate and promote cultural events and traditions within our community. These celebrations are not just acts of remembrance, they are affirmations of our identity and purpose. And take advantage of the ones that the enemy has set up unknowingly for us. Go to Black Family Day. Stop sitting your ass around with your turbans and shit and your incense and all that. Go to the Black Family Day, Thanksgiving or whatever they're calling it. Make it yours. Go in respectfully, talk to the elders, get the information, start the conversations. And let me be clear. The conversation don't have to be that deep. Some of you coming on some shit where everything is black. Okay, all right. You don't have to go that deep. You don't have to try to knock the Native American out. You don't have to. No, talk about your family. See, everybody can get with that, right? They don't care about your politics. They don't care about, your origin. They don't care about your sovereignty and all that. No, don't go up in there with that. Go up in there and talking about great, Big Mama. And why Big Mama used to do A, B, C, and D. See, some of y'all so deep, you ain't no good. I sometimes being deep is just not good. Some of you deep motherfuckers come and ruin my... brother, you shouldn't be... You don't need to be having that Guinness over there. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just sit down and talk. Take your turban off. Sit down and talk. All right, educate ourselves and others, celebrate our cultural traditions, actively participate in and promote cultural events and traditions within our community. These celebrations are not just acts of remembrance, they are affirmations of our identity and purpose. Incorporate cultural wisdom into our daily lives. Let the lessons and the values of our heritage guide our decisions and actions. By doing so, we ensure that our cultural roots remain an active and guiding force in our personal and communal growth. The Honorable Marcus Garvey's words remind us that a deep understanding and appreciation of our past are essential for a purposeful and fulfilling future. As we continue to navigate the path of Nia, let us do so with the full knowledge and pride of who we are and where we come from, using our rich cultural heritage as a compass towards a life of happiness and purpose. All right, family, I've been ranting. I've been jumping off script all morning. I am about to get out. You have a marvelous day. You have a great Nia. Now, the folktale of the day is the starfish story. Many of you have heard this. This is a modern parable. And of course, if you look on the screen, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. You look on the screen. Here it go. Click that QR code. Go to the quiz. Also, family, you get on our email list. Go to freegnjecourse.com. And also, if you bold enough, jump into our conversation on Telegram. I'm waiting. I left it up there for a second. Now, Brother Hatim, it's out.